Hello, hello. Happy Saturday, everybody. You're all very welcome along to another Microsoft Flight Simulator stream. It's another one. We're on the ground just outside of Denver. The airport is the Rocky Mountains Metropolitan, I think. Something as random as this. We're going to go flying. We're going to rumble down to Aspen. And then we're going to open up multiplayer. And we're going to have a look at Telluride. A challenging airport. We shall see. Anyway, that is our plan. I love all these plans. So let's say hello to some people, shall we? Very good evening to Mark O'Gorman. You're welcome aboard. Kendra is here as well. Sticky Rice 82. Good evening to you, as is Botty P. We're live over on Twitch and here on YouTube. Mal Walsh is in the house. How's it going, my dude? Dangerous Brian, welcome aboard. Daniel M is here. He says, hey Murph, how was your Saturday? Yeah, Saturday was good. I got my hair cut. For aerodynamic purposes. Only to be told by my son, you're now the man with the grey hair. Who said George Clooney? Anyway, it's all looking grand, so it is. Mike G is in the house. He says, hey everyone. Did everyone have a nice Saturday? I would hope so. I really hope so. And it's still Saturday, which is grand. Bad Dog is here. He says, hiya. Just looking at the Discord. Only me there. Let's have a look at the Discord, shall we? Okay, so there's a couple of ways we can do it. If you guys want to jump over to Discord, you can go down into the multiplayer flights and we'll have some chats and stuff going on there in the background. Or you can fly here. It's up to you. Let's see what happens. Wild Cool Skull is here. He says, unscheduled stream. Man, I was watching college football. Keep the football on. But mute it. Mark Gormer says, bonus Saturday. Just don't you love Saturday nights? Dimitri is here. Good evening to you, sir. As is G Slayer. Welcome aboard. Captain Australia is here. He says, hello, Sir Murph. How are you? Good day to you, mate. Yeah, we're good. It's Sunday with you, I'd say. But it's still Saturday here, and we're making the most of it. Thomas Corkish is here as well. He says, buzzing. Jakin says, Murph is in the building. Cool. Gustavo 19856. Good evening to you, my friend. Mold Junction is here. Scott White is here. He says, had no idea you were going to be playing today. Neither did I. I've been kind of messing around with the sim today, and I'm debating whether or not I need to kind of completely uninstall it and reinstall it, because I want to get this liveries thing fixed. It's getting super annoying. And well, I was doing other stuff as well, just kind of trying to make it better. And that usually ends up with me breaking things. So I was going to go flying, and I said, but sure, look, we'll fire up the gadget and see who's around and see who else wants to go flying. So we shall see. Crash is here as well over on Twitch. Good evening to you, as is H Lightsphere, who's watching on YouTube. How's it going? Scott says, I'm listening in while you're streaming and get some other work done. That's high efficiency, Scott. I love it when plans are efficient. Shane Neary is here. Good evening to you, Shane. Merlin Flyer is here on a Saturday night. How's it going? Aidan Darley is here. He says, well, Murph, I hope... said that. Hang on. Well, Murph, how are you this evening? I'm probably late again, but glad to be here. See, I can speak. And we're on later than usual. So it was kind of touch and go if I'd stream. Do you see what I did there? Touch again. You saw what I did. We continue. So yeah, so let's see what's going to happen. Jer is here as well, as is Joe Blow Photo. Mr. Chippy says there is a repair option in the Microsoft Store, as Mr. Nobody is now following. Many thanks, my dude. You're very welcome along. For whatever reason, I don't have the repair option. So yeah. It is what it is. Dangerous Brian says, Murph, what runway over at KTEX, which is Telluride? I'm not sure. We'll try and figure it out soon. Moose Knuckle Life is here. Good evening to you. The Berko Flyer has rumbled in. Hi, Murph. I'm watching the logs video. The logs. Kendra says, there is still an announcement on YouTube for a live stream today at 10:05 p.m. A few of us are still waiting there. That's called it's called the flank maneuver. Let's have a look, shall we? So when I press the little go live button, who'd be that? Well, lad fanboy, good evening and many thanks for the follow. So yeah, when I pressed the go live button, the internet kind of said, no, that's not happening. And then, of course, it did its thing. The gremlins were already out. So I'm hoping everything else works well. But Kendra, many thanks for joining us here. Scott says, could have said Twitch and go. I see what you did there, and I like it. I do like it. Mort the second is here. Be careful with any repair buttons. Might force you to re-download all the in-game content, including the 90 gig base yeah, well, I'm not too worried if that has to happen. I was chatting to Stuart earlier on. He was just like, Murph, just press the button like this tonight when you're going to bed, and when you wake up in the morning, it'll be grand. It'll be all rosy and sunshiny. And then he said you have to go through all your settings and get them working again. Which I don't really want to do. The aircraft views I'm not too worried about, but all the controller assignments, I'm unsure will they break. So, it is what it is. Aviation 99 HD is here. He says, hey sup man, how are you my dude? Happy Saturday. Lightsphere says, yeah, the later start is sweet. Logged in and actually got here on time. Nice. Well, it's a little bit later for me, but it's grand. It's Saturday. And we had Chinese food for dinner. And that was very late. We ordered it at, I think, 6. And it got here at, like, about 8 o'clock. And at that stage, I started chewing on, like, anything I could find because I was getting hungry. So I said, right. And now we're here. And we're going to stream. And you'll never guess what I'm flying. Oh, why didn't that work? We're flying this. This is, of course, the Coronado Mooney, which I do like. Ryan Williams Sports TV is here. It is what it is indeed. Do you ever have like these filler sentences? Random words you just throw together in between, you know, actual sentences. I've lots of them. Aidan Darley says, I'm not going to lie, but when I heard a notification, I knew it was Murphy streaming, and I tripped and tumbled my way through the kitchen, almost killed the dog, fell on the mat, and that's why I'm late. That's quite okay, Aidan. Mrs. Two-Tone has commented on the proceedings this evening. She says, to me, now this is to me, you're a drama queen, you've no patience, now you're getting old with your grey hair. Cheers and sláinte to my beautiful wife, who I remind is my present lady wife. I believe there could be some sort of an accident with the fitting of a kitchen. I'm joking, of course, and please don't beat me later. John J. Rambo's in the house. Howdy y'all. Howdy to you, John. Happy Saturday. Captain Abdurrahim. Hang on, we'll try this one. Abdurrahim. Derahim. Abdurrahim. Yeah, we'll just try it. Captain, good evening. I was trying that so much. Nerf is here. He says, is it a bug? It's worked good ever since the previous update. It's actually working fairly well. Like the V key to open up the VFR map, that's broken. Stay away from that. It's just like hot. Don't touch. Burny. Risky. Aidan Darley says, what is the drink of choice today? We're still on the Glendalough whiskey, which is very good. It's excellent. Scott says, it's a glorious afternoon here. Should be out in the backyard instead of working inside. Sigh. Indeed. Agent 007. Agent Ice 007, rather, is here. He says, hey Murph, happy Saturday. Many happy returns to you, Agent Ice. I hope you're keeping well, my dude. So it's just kind of laid back, easy going, and we'll just have a flight. As was our want. So, I'm completely unfamiliar with the airport. I'm completely unfamiliar with the scenery. I haven't done anything over this neck of the woods yet, as we have some noise. And I said to myself, don't need them. What better way to start up a flight than just kind of do this to the map and say we're flying there, and there happened to be Denver. And then I looked at Denver International, which is a little bit of a kind of a big airport. So I said, I'll start from here. Daza T. Arab has rolled in. How's it going, Daza? Agent Ice says, all good, also having some whiskey, looking forward to the flight. I approve. Cool. So, we need to get our stuff set up here. We'll open our little window. We have TBMs all around us. So, fuel booster pump. That can go on. We see a positive read on our fuel. We're going to say clear prop. Clear prop! Good start on our engine. Go ahead now and turn on our avionics. Turn on our flight directors. Close our little window here. And we can turn on the rest of our lights. And we're going to be taxiing out here really, really soon. Yes. I have to be careful of my words tonight. We're being watched. So the secret word that means the safe word is pancakes. Speaking of which, did you see the pictures over on Discord of all the pancakes? They looked amazing. Scott says, ground space wise, it's the largest airport in the world. Kicked my local DFW to second. Darn them. Well, darn them. Icy Cubes is here. He says, do you play single monitor or 3? I use 2. Not once, not thrice, but twice. So I have a fairly substantial TV screen thingamajiggy in front of me. It's a 55-inch television. And then I have a nice little monitor here beside me as well. So lights are on. Now, Murph, where are we going? Let's see here, shall we? Well, we'll taxi up this way, turn around, and then we'll fly. Because we're heading for the mountains. The Rocky Mountains. We're going to stop off and get some Coors Light along the way. Kendra says 82 days until Christmas. It's all kicking off here. Christmas. There's going to be all sorts of flights. I was actually I was very close to doing a flight over in the Caribbean neck of the woods, which I will now do very, very soon. Now I know we've got other places on our agenda, like, you know, we have well, there's Japan and what have you, but I was looking at some of the airports and then I realised not all of the airports are actually available, because you either have deluxe or premium deluxe, and I kind of said that won't be very popular. Gabriel says, thanks to Kendra for telling me that you're streaming. Well done, Kendra, and blast the internet. The interwebs are working against us. So let's see. John Turner is here. He says, is Dangerous Brian flying? He might be. I don't know. So be sure to check out the Discord. I've been messing around in there today, making new rooms and stuff. We have the Bremen Bar, which are kind of just off-topic discussions. And here's the follow me, dude. You're just in time. I'm gonna follow you for a little bit. John says, Murph, don't forget to try TNCM and Saba. Yes, must check them. Jackson Hole, fly the Tettons, and then over Yellowstone Park. Cool. Yeah, so, you know, the airports I was checking out over in the Caribbean, I was going to do the Bahamas. I was watching Steve O1 Knievo and I was like, hey, let's go to the Bahamas, and then no. But I was looking at, try to pronounce this one. The airport code is TNCS, Tango November Charlie Sierra, which is over in the Dutch Caribbean. It is the shortest commercial runway in the world. So that was going to be interesting, but I think that's only available on the Premium Deluxe. I could be wrong. Then I was going to head over to Tapa, which is Bird International. Homer Simpson has just subscribed. Good evening to you, Homer. I'm a big fan. But many thanks for the subscription, dude. And then after there, I was going to head down to St. Bart's, because I saw the Colonel doing a landing there, amongst others, in Discord, and it looked absolutely amazing. But then I couldn't figure out all the gadgets, and I said to myself, right, that requires a little bit of planning. So I said I'll fly over like dangerous mountainous area instead, with zero planning. You know how it goes here. Paul Garrett is here. He says, hi Murph and chat, just woke up. This is way better than Good Morning Australia. Yes. Keen Lafford is here. Good evening, Keen Lafford. Keen, as soon as you can give me an update, we're all dying to know, what is the current count for the days of the Eurovision? Now, we want to zoom this in because I'm afraid to open up the little map, you know, in case like it breaks. So initial altitude here is going to be up to the 4,000 feet. Go ahead and arm that. We will turn this gadget to our runway heading. Turn you back on. I'm not going to go through any of the main procedures. I skip them pretty much every flight, but you can check the magnetos and, you know, you can cycle the prop and all this kind of stuff. We will get into them gradually. Ryan Blue is here. I'm glad I hopped in onto the stream before takeoff this time. So yeah. So let's go flying in our impromptu stream. Okay, so quick check. Lights are on. Don't need flaps. Prop and all that kind of good stuff are set. Oh, do you know what I didn't do? Aha, see, the gadget turns on. I'm still getting used to all the stuff I've put in. I did forget. And I'll be looking at it going, did I not just kind of, yeah. Anyway, 226 days until the Eurovision Song Contest, says Keen. Arsenal011 is here. Good evening to you, my dude. So, let's see. Squawk is doing squawk things. Temps and pressures are all okay. We're on the left tank. Flight director is on. That's all okay. Adjust this guy back to where we want. That's okay. Let's go flying. So, power coming in. Airspeed is alive. There's 70. There's a bumpy runway. Be good and light now, which we are. Positive rate, gear coming up. Tap on the toe brakes, stop the wheels from moving. Mixture control is highly important at a high altitude airport. But we're doing good. So continue on this heading for a moment as we continue to gain some altitude. I think it's 10,000 you need to be setting, Murph. It's 4,000 over the runway altitude. Yes, there we are. Go ahead and arm that. And we can turn our heading on and we'll go autopilot on. We'll climb at around 500 feet per minute, mainly to do with our altitude. We're quite high. Mark says, Murph, to get back into Mrs. Murph's good books, play rock music. Nvidia Crusader is here. As is Philly Roach. Nvidia Crusader says, long as no Rocky Mountain oysters are being served mid-flight. Philly Roach says, what's the plan for tonight? So we're after taking off here from the Rocky Mountains Municipal. We're going to head down to Aspen. And then from Aspen, we'll open up to multiplayer and we're going to head down to Telluride. So we'll go left turn 90 degrees. That's really annoying, isn't it? Which is about there. As we continue our climb. Scenery is looking fantastic. Jam Fjord is here, good evening to you. So there is a stream tonight, yes. We just had to ramble in for the crack. Daniel says, so President Trump, how is the military hospital? Indeed. Nvidia Crusader says, the mountains look stunning. They absolutely do, don't they? As we're slowly but surely climbing on up. We'll have a little wind farm down here as well. So we can go ahead and disappear that one. And we'll disappear that one. How about some music? As we ease ourselves into tonight's flight. Tom Bryan is here. He says, where are you flying? We're flying over the Rocky Mountains in Colorado. We're going to head over to Aspen and then on to Telluride. Agent Ice says, are you in the dog house, Murph? No. Not yet. There's still time. All is good, my friend. Scott says, time to go split screen and start looking at some recipes for tonight's dinner. Mike G says, this area was used at the start of the movie The Shining. Cool. Here's Johnny. It is nice scenery though, isn't it? It's beautiful. So we want to watch the altitude here as we continue to climb. The magenta line is going to turn us right, so I just want to be careful of these mountains as we're picking up a bit of turbulence. Sphere says, Murph had to reboot. Are you still on single player or have you opened up multiplayer? If so, what's the server? No, I'm still on single player. I'll let you know. We'll probably go to the North Europe server. Kane Lafford says, here's Murphy. Yeah, it just is. What do we reckon? We're kind of not high enough. So we'll continue on this until we get up to about, where to go, 10 or 11? Well, let's see what happens here, shall we? Gustavo says, Murph, did you have to do a Scottish accent for the wife for it to let you stream tonight? Yes, I did. It was a very big case of, I want to stream tonight. And she kind of looked at me, as any kind of partner would, as look at you as if she was going to say, you know, not a hope. And then I said to myself, you know, calmly, I said it in my head first. You say it quietly in your own head, and then you say it out loud. You go, so yes, I'd like to do some flying tonight. Maybe over Aspen. And then she was like, yeah, go for it. And then I was like, great, we're going flying, so great. And it worked out well. The Breakout Flyer is here. He says, are you going to K-Den? No, it's behind us now at this stage. So we took off from the Rocky Mountain, I'm going to say, is it Metropolitan? Or, that doesn't seem right, Metropolitan? Holy moly. We've no pilot. Good God, man. Oh, that could have been terrible. Whose voice was that I was working on? Doc, wasn't it? Great Scott. Or something like that. Words to that effect. I need to work on it more. And Arnold Schwarzenegger, of course. We're flying in the plane. Calm down, everybody. There's a fella who used to do accents. He still does. And he'd jump onto like Call of Duties and stuff, and he's very good. Now this guy can do accents. He'd jump onto the likes of Call of Duties and whatever, and he'd be going around playing Call of Duty, and like people would lose their actual because they think they're really playing with these people. Absolutely hilarious stuff. Scott says, Aspen, you're supposed to come in at like 37 or 13,700 over the mountains. We'll continue to climb. So let's go 14 and see what happens, shall we? We have oxygen if we need it. And then everyone starts breathing. UK Bay is here. He says, evening Murph, I hope you're well. Flying along with you. The wife just came in and offered me a whiskey. Life is good. The force is strong in that one. Dam says, yeah, my wife didn't have a thing about the Scottish accent until she watched Outlander. Now it's a thing. Jerry says, Murph, do you always leave your wind settings to default with every flight? No, I'll actually, a lot of the time when I'm practicing, I'll put in a Savage crosswind and then have winds gusting as well. Wild Orcat is here. What aircraft is this? This is the Coronado Mooney M20 Or Ovation. It's available currently in the in-sim marketplace. You can pick it up there for about $30. It's quite good. Johnny is here. Good evening to you. He says, Saturday flight, nice surprise. Indeed. Spaceman11 is here. Good evening to you. He says, hey everybody. Hi everybody. Hi Murph. Good to see you again. Wildcat says, how am I able to turn off crashes? You need to go into, whatchamacallit, I think it's like user experience, and you can turn things off in there. They're in your main options. Kate Leffert says, I can do a great Roz. You know, the big slug from Monsters Inc. impression. Scott says, my wife has always loved Scots, especially since Sean Connery. You have Sean Connery and, you know, Christopher Walken. They have them voices I think every guy is just going to try at some stage in their life. It doesn't matter if they're good or they're not good doing it. They're going to try it. You know, I think the best thing would be a conversation between, you know, Morgan Freeman, Sean Connery, Christopher Walken, and, I don't know, Sean Bean. 7 L's cat. Or words to that effect. Or even a bit of Liam Neeson. Philip Flyer is here, good evening to you, and Brazen Head is now following. Many thanks, my dude. Happy Saturday to you. I hope you're keeping very well. You join us on our flight out of Denver. We're going to head over to Aspen and then up to Telluride. Just for the sheer crack of it. I think it's called, is it the Gunnison National Forest? I think, or National Forest, I think. And then you have like Rio Grande. Colonel Fork says, hi, we're about to go shooting at the range together. Nice, dude. Scott says, I do have a cousin that married a Scot, and the children now live in Wales. Philip says, you sound Irish. I am Irish. I'm a confused Irishman. I try to do accents and impressions. Sometimes I get it a little bit close, and then sometimes like they're miles off. Hot Dog says, getting it wrong and crashing is better than not flying at all. I agree. You're going to make mistakes. Let the mistakes happen. Like, you'll learn from them. This little airplane can absolutely climb. Remember the Cessna there the other day when we're trying to get over Tita in Tenerife? No problem to this. Or booting it. Keen Leffert says, what about David Attenborough, Liam Neeson, Morgan Freeman and Santa Claus? Yeah, David Attenborough, that's a serious accent, isn't it? You have to practice on them though. As we can see, looking through the gardens in the Serengeti. Arsenal011 says, what plane? This is the Coronado Mooney M20 Ovation.
Appreciate the comeback, good money.
Well, thanks, Rudder, for the donation. Thank you very much, sir. Really appreciate the support. I hope you're keeping well, and happy Saturday to you, my dude. Nice. So we're slowly but surely getting up to 14,000. Dangerous Brian says, my PC really kicks out some heat when I fire up Microsoft Flight Sim. Oh yeah. You can fry an egg at times on the side of mine. It's just like, that's like super, super hot. My Walt says, Murph, I do believe the box version of the sim is out on Monday. I think they already released it and now they have another batch of them coming. I could be wrong, but I think that's where they're at. And here we have a two-tone Murphy in its natural habitat, a Cessna. Oh, painful. But yes, I agree. Gustavo says, when it gets cold in the winter, I'm just going to turn on the computer and run MSFS. I turn off the radiators in my room, like that's, and I have a fan going as well. And it's kind of, you know, tropical weather in here. So this is going to be interesting. There's going to be a big disagreement between, well, us and them mountains. You shall not pass. We won't pass that, so we're going to have to divert. So we'll go this way. But check out the scenery here, guys. It's fantastic. Paul Redmond said I was supposed to fly for reals today out of Newcastle, I think. But the plane's battery was flat. Someone left the master on. Oh. I hate when that happens. Tom Bryan says, hey Dangerous, is this streamed on YouTube or Twitch? Both. As a testament to our technological savviness and the great community, they said, Murph, do you know you can stream on both platforms? I was like, okay.
Appreciate the comeback, good money.
Dangerous Brian with the donation. Great to see the channel grow. Well, Brian, thank you so very, very much, dude. Wow. Thank you so much for your support. I really do appreciate it. And as you guys know, Brian is a moderator here on the channel. He gives me great help and support. And he's always there to answer a question or two. Thanks a million. It's quite nice up here. As our pilot has appeared back in the plane.
I don't make them for good money.
The Video Crusader has become a member. Many thanks for your continued support, my dude. Thank you very, very much. Scott says, 92 watching and only 29 thumbs up. Come on, folks. Punch that button. Just 92 people watching. Have you nothing else to be doing on a Saturday night? But I'm very grateful and thanks. You're all very welcome. If you're watching here on YouTube or on Twitch, you're all very welcome aboard. I hope you guys are enjoying the sceneries. They look very pretty.
Hey, good money.
Uncle William is now following. Many thanks to you, my dude. And a big happy Saturday to you. So I'd say we're okay height-wise. We can resume back onto our nav mode. Jump that up like so. We'll continue with our little kind of dashboard camera. And we'll get some more music going. So we're about 15 minutes out from our destination as we're flying over the Rockies, and I have to say, don't they look super? Are they ski runs below? They look like them. A bit of a golf course there as well. Harvey Hawks is here. He says, hi Murphy. How are you, Harvey? Hope you're keeping well. Casper Studio 123 has rambled in. How are you, my dude? UK Base says, bring on the tunes. Philip Flyer says, do face reveal. Reveal your face. We'll go to face cam for the dramatic effect when we go for a landing. So we can swap over to our right tank here now. We've drained 5 gallons out of the left. Swap it over to the right. Local time. Mike G says, did the engine suddenly get louder? Don't believe so. By right, I should be bringing these guys back a smidgen. So we're established here at 14,000 feet. We're doing about 150 knots indicated, which is giving us about 181 over the ground. But 13 minutes out from our destination. And so far, so good. Scott Briggs says, will my Apple IIe run this? I don't think so. Paul Redmond says, can you use both tanks or have to choose left or right? You have to choose which tank. There's no auto switch on it. But usually the rules I would fly by is every 5 gallons dropped, swap over the tank. Other guys might do every 15 minutes flown, they'd swap the tank. Osman says, glass of Jim Beam and Murph doing all the work. Sláinte. I approve. Many thanks, Casper Studio. Very kind words from you, my dude. I hope you're enjoying yourself. We're having the crack. KGV says the fuel caps are modelled backwards. Just noticed. Well, they're correct. They seem accurate. Where is Modern Tornado? Couldn't tell you, Casper. KGM says the tab should face backwards. It's keyed. Physically impossible to install it the way it's modelled on the wing. Interesting. I suppose if that's a flap, there's a risk of that flapping up and breaking. Yeah. I'll check out some real world photos and I'll be sure to drop them an email. Casper says, can you sit in the back seat? Well, because you've asked it so nicely, yes, is the answer. It's all happening back here. Look at that carpet. Two-tone Murphy channel, flying simulated aviation in the newest of all engines, and he says, check out the carpet. Ed Reed is here. Good evening to you, sir. Happy Saturday to you. G Slayer says, the Mooney. It's a hard habit to break. It really is. I absolutely adore this thing. Mr. Chippy says, brown cord carpet. It's 1976 again. Dangerous Brian says, the carpet needs sweeping. Maybe. KGB says, yeah, I flew in the M20J, not the R, but they're all the same. It's just not a Mooney thing. They're all designed that way. Ah. The idea is if the tab pops open, the wind won't send it flying. I gotcha. John Fjord says, this is a nice carpet for a GA aircraft. To be fair, it is, right? Interior designs. That's what it's all about. I love what they've done with the carpet. It looks beautiful. Really nice. Feels great with just your socks on. And then of course you have the chairs, or the seats. I'd say they'd freeze the butt off you in wintertime and sweat the butt off you in summertime. These chairs, they have some stories, I reckon. The Buzz is here. He says, evening, evening Captain Murphy. Nice carpet. Why, thank you. Mark Cantella's here. He says, hey Murph, been away for a few. Have you checked out Rex Weather? Indeed I have, Mark. I've had a look at it. There's elements of it I do like. There's elements of it I think I shouldn't have to like, because they should be kind of already implemented in the sim. But overall, it's a neat add-on, absolutely. I was only waiting for that, Mr. Chippy. I was only waiting for that. Does the carpet match the curtains? Bazinga. Armrest, what luxury. I know, right? Katie says, it's a nicely designed model. Love the analog gauges. Nice change from all the Garmin G1000s. I know, right? Absolutely. I'm a huge fan of the steam gauges. The G1000s in real life are fantastic. Like they reduce the pilot load considerably. But you gotta have gauges, man. Got Border Collies is here. Good evening to you. Johnny says, lived in Colorado for 5.5 years. Miss it. Wow. This is where we get onto the tower and say, November 235 Romeo Mike is unfamiliar with the airport. Request direction. It's over that way. It's over that way. The issue with the G1000s is you can disable the SFT in real life. Not sure what Frankenstein fantasy model they put in. SFT, that's the synthetic vision, I believe. Aha. Shane says, Murph, I see you on the map. Awesome. So we are 6 minutes out. So we'll zoom out. Kirby case. I'd love to get the GTN 750s in here. Hi Murph, when you spawn, why does it set you so high? Is there a setting to control this? I'm unsure. I need to look into that. So if you just do kind of like an auto spawn outside of an airport, I think it usually drops you in at something like 3,000 feet. I need to look into that though. SVT clutters the display in game. In real life it's amazing. Not so much here. Yeah, like in fairness, I've been listening to a so by Microsoft. They are going to further develop them. Like they knew, or at least this is what York said, had they have developed them to be study level, they were kind of taking a lot away from the third-party developers. But I think they're going to go back and add a bit more to them. Philly wrote you with the jokes. Doctor, I feel like I'm a supermarket. How long have you felt this way? Since I was little. It's always the simple ones. Ailerons into the wind is here. Good evening to you, dude. Happy Saturday to you. I put off reinstalling my sim until tonight. You had sound advice. Shane Neary says, how do you make a flight plan? A number of different ways. Of all the jokes, that one has to be the worst. My head is sore, but very funny. So, if you want to look at flight planning, Shane, check out SkyVector. It's always a handy, neat, little tool. And also SimBrief. So SimBrief is free. You just need to register up with them. You can type in your destination and, your departure and your arrival, and it'll give you a route. SimBrief. Do check it out. Bad Dog says, yeah, I tried landing at Sydney earlier, 4 miles out, and it sent me at 7,500 feet. Eesh, yes. I'm sure if there is something, it could be looking at us in the face, or it's more of a setting hidden away in the settings. Don't drop that, Murph, whatever you do. I just dropped it. But, yeah. Gustavo says, my wife told me to stop being a flamingo, so I had to put my foot down. Positive Rate is here. Good evening to you. Happy Saturday to you, my dude. So we're going to fly over the airport first, just have a good gawk down to make sure everything appears to be, I suppose, there. We're nice and high, so we'll do a controlled descent. KG Moose is now following. Many thanks, my dude. Appreciate the support. So our speed is quite good. Temperatures and pressures are behaving themselves from what we can see. We're not too far from the field now. We're about 2 minutes and we're directly over it. I'm not sure is it Aspen or is it Telluride, but I think it's Telluride. There's no nighttime operations, I think. Would that be correct? Redmere Shembrai has just subscribed. Many thanks, Red. Appreciate your support, my dude. Johnny says, my wife enjoyed that joke. Scott says, I think KTEX is a no snowstorm ops, no night. Ah, okay. And it's untowered anyway, I see. We're picking up what appears to be icing. Outside air temperature is minus 13. We don't like ice. Ping goes our little ping. And autopilot is off. We'll start our descent as we're over the field. I'm gonna get away from that ice. We'll do a steep dive. This scenery looks fantastic, doesn't it? Pilot Peely is here. He says, good evening, Murph. So this is the Saturday, Monday, Wednesday, Friday stream. Yep. What flavour is the icing? It's like that scene out of Dumb and Dumber. Hang on, I'll taste it. Wasn't that Aspen they went to? Scott Break says some real pilot told me this is a bug in FS 2020. It shouldn't be giving you icing right now. Well, we were up at 14,000 feet and we were in the clouds, so it's possible. The scenery here is fantastic looking. What do you reckon? With our speed brakes deployed. Scott has some shrimp on the Barbie. Shrimp on the Bobby. Warhamster's here. He says, Murphy, a devil. I just bought the Mooney. Nice. I hope you're liking it, dude. Pilot Peely says, I think a touch and go down there is required. We're going to do a full stop here. Then we're going to open it up to some multiplayer. Free Spirit Aviation is here. Good evening to you. Happy Saturday to you. Our icing situation has gone magically, even though the temperature is still at -4. But that's okay. Jamie P is in the house. Hey again, sorry I'm late. You're not late, Jamie. You arrive exactly when you're supposed to. Shane says, my Wi-Fi is not fit to load everyone. That's a bummer, dude. I can only imagine what this place must be like flying around in lower visibility conditions. You know? Pilot Billy says, this is what happens when you're late to an unknown stream. We tried to trick everyone. That was the whole plan. Say nothing to no one about Anton, and it'd be grand. Jamie P says, how to get a green name tag. I subscribed. Make sure, if this is on Discord, make sure that your YouTube account is linked with your Discord. Scott says, you really trust your instruments. Absolutely. Zero visibility or even bad visibility here. But I have to say, the scenery is nice. Look at that. Berko Flyer says, where are the speed brakes? There's a little switch from down here. On the yoke. I think it's the button on the side. That one. And then when you engage them, they come up like that. So I think we need to kind of follow up the riverbed here a little bit. And that should then reveal the runway behind the hills. Free Spirit Aviation says, my PC would never run this. Well, hopefully it'll be jumping out on console sooner rather than later. This button, which is working. And face cam on for the dramatic effect of attempting to land here at Aspen. Jake Body is here. Good evening to you, dude. He says, are you in multiplayer? Not just yet, my dude. Will be shortly. So we're a little bit high, but we're okay. We'll sort that problem now shortly. Oh, landing gear coming down. Owen 593 is here. Good evening to you, my dude. Happy Saturday to you. First notch of flaps. Keep an eye on our descent here. Runway is in sight. Oh dear. I can run pretty much only Cessnas on low settings at some airports. Sure got my 120's worth. Eek. This is a steep GS. It looks stunning. It does. It's really nice up here, doesn't it? Real nice. So the glide slope is very steep here. I imagine. Like, we're actually under the glide slope. Considerably. American Flyer says, that would explain it. I didn't have the yoke on. That's okay. Just a reminder, guys, if you do want to join us in multiplayer, no airliners, no custom liveries, sorry, and no custom aircraft from outside of the official marketplace. The reason for that... What was that? That'll tell you, I don't even know what that was. It's some sort of an alert, and I'm unsure. But it looks like Free Spirit Aviation. Oh, we gave bits! Well, many thanks, my dude. I don't think I've ever received bits before. Bits and pieces. But yeah, thank you so much, dude. So Murphy has to do some sort of a thing for that, instead of just having the, well, the default noise. But I really appreciate it, dude. Many thanks for the bits. This is a steep approach. But we should be grand. So let the speed bleed off. Keep the nose up here, Murph. Keep it on the center line. There's contact on the back. Spoilers out. Well, speed brake out. There's 60 knots. We can add a touch of manual braking. It's happening again. Many thanks for the bits, my dude. Yeah, I totally need to fix that alert. That's never happened before. But I really appreciate it, my dude. Thank you very much. Wow, look at this place. Look at the building. We're going to park right up towards that. So we're finished with our flaps and with our brakes. Get our landing lights off. Sorry, Johnny, but we want to have a look at the building because it looks very pretty. Kramer Airlines is here. Good evening to you, as is Train COD. Hope you guys are keeping well. Mountain Biking Rules is here. Hey Murph, is Saturday a regular thing now? Not really. That looks nice. Yes. We should go inside and have some sort of a hot drink. Do you know now what would be lovely? In the 0 degrees Celsius outside air temperature would be. Go in there now and ask for a hot chocolate with a shot of hazelnut or vanilla in it. Wouldn't that just warm the very bottom of your heart? I have to say, that looks nice, doesn't it? Don't take the front off the Bonanza anyway, they wouldn't be too happy. We're going to park it right here, put our parking brake 2 on. Get ourselves tidied up here a bit. Turn off that little gadget. Mr. Chippy says, can I have marshmallows on mine? Yes, yes you can. How much is the Mooney? Says Free Spirit Aviation. It is, I think, $30. Scott says you would be in one of the poor aircraft there. I can imagine there's all sorts of jets and stuff. John E says you need a new name for the ground crew. That's right, Johnny. I need to change the name of the ground crew. Because your name is Johnny, and you think I'm talking to you when I'm giving out about Johnny. But yes, leave it with me, we'll think of something. So, avionics at this stage can come off. Pull the mixture. Engine coming offline. Put our mags to off here as well. And our alternator and our master battery can go off. And we'll turn off our other lights. So, look at this place. Isn't it very pretty? Let's go to this camera. And let's check it all out, shall we? Very pretty. What do you guys think? I think this is in the base game. I don't know what version it's in though. Hang on, wait, what? Aha! See the tricks they used? So it's like there's actually stuff in there, but there's not. For a second there I was going to go, nah, they wouldn't have done that, would they? The trees are a little bit holy moly out here. This is the site most of us will be used to if we got the chance to be up here. It's quite nice. Says this is called Highway 82 Independence Pass. Well, I have to say it's very, very nice. We have more places to explore. Let's check it all out, shall we? So this is one of the handcrafted airports, and the difference between them is like nuts. G Slayer says we go there often. Nice one, dude. I'd say it's absolutely incredible up here. Murphy's doing something right. Mrs. Two-Tone has just sent me a message. Would you like a hot chocolate? Bonus. Oh yeah! A bit of hot chocolate. Better drink the rest of... Cheers. It's absolutely fantastic. I'm really glad I found this place tonight. She's a keeper, says Mr. TP. Oh, she is. Yes, she is. Actually, how many people are watching 131 and 27? 158? That'll be 158 hot chocolates, please. There are definitely great details to be had in Aspen. So what we're going to do what we usually do at this time. We're going to jump over and we are going to restart the sim and we're going to turn on the multiplayer. Seems like a plan. Modern Tornado 81 is here. Good evening. Sticky Ray says hot chocolate with Kahlua. Ooh. Scott says, but is it like a bespoke gourmet organic hot chockey? Scott says hot chocolate with Baileys. Oh. That can be arranged. Aileron says with caramel for me. Gustavo says, is that a payware scenery? No. I'm unsure what version of the sim it's included with. But it is there. Ah, how are you? Here we are in the bigger screen that looked like the other screen. But this is like the waiting screen. I wanted to do more with this screen. Like, it's nice to have the chat there. I could probably put a slideshow there, could I? Yeah, we'll see. Master Gamer is in the house. Modern Tornado 81. I think we said hello, but we'll say hello again. I think Aspen is stock. Yeah, I think it is. It's absolutely amazing, though. So we're going to refire up the sim. Just remember, guys, if you want to join us on the multiplayer flight, we're going to go from Aspen down to Telluride. Just make sure no custom liveries, no airliners, and no aircraft outside of the main store. The reason being, if you do use them, it breaks my sim. And then, hello darkness, my old friend. Gustavo says it's great scenery for being stock. Really is, dude. It's amazing. Hello to your bot thing. Yes, we have a bot thing. Its name is Bot Thing. There we go. Chan Morecamp is here. I'm not flying today. Microsoft update, it's killing me right now. Dude. Always the driver. Darren O'Sullivan is here. Good evening to you, my dude. The sim is thinking about booting up. It will eventually. It's usually very good doing this. Two Bailey's hot chocolate, one caramel, and 120 odd ordinary hot dogs coming up. Hot dogs? Hot chocolates coming up. Oh, damn it, now I want hot dogs. Hot dogs as well. Alright, so. We need to get some stuff. Director of Logistics and lead driver for the fan film Axnar. Really? John Ambler's here. He says, happy Saturday from John and Deb on the Isle of Wight. Good evening to you. Okay. Where were we? Aspen. And we want to head down to Telluride. Do. We're going to set that as departure. So it's about a 30-minute flight down to Telluride. We're going to try the live weather just to see what happens. And live time, which is 15:21. I think we're good to go. 50% fuel should be good. It's a 19 nautical mile flight. Let's go flying.
Appreciate the comeback, good buddy.
Sticky Rice with the donation through Super Chat. Many thanks to you, Sticky Rice, as I keep banging off me microphone. Really appreciate your support, my dude. Thank you so very, very much. Cheers. He says, extra beer money for you and the missus. No. Not for her. Just for us. Bartman7490 is here. Good evening to you, my dude. Happy Saturday. Texas 1 Flyboy is here. Not flying, coming along for the ride. Anyone got a spare seat? Yes. Yes, we do. Okay, Sim, behave yourself. We have a lot of chop. Guys, are we sure there's no one with custom liveries? Or custom aircraft? Current matter in case. Winds 330 at 10 knots, gusting 20 knots. Oh, this is going to be fun. Clear skies, temperature 21. Dew point looks to be 7. Interesting. King Effort is back. G-Slayer, North Europe, maybe having issues again. Maybe. Aileron says, I'm having issues too. Yeah, it's very choppy, isn't it? I don't mind the choppiness once it doesn't break. We shall see. Scott says, we used to have the 52nd Fighter Group restaurant and bar in LI here years ago at the airport, but it's gone now. Oh. -7. Dew point is -7. Yeah, that makes more sense. There we go. Did that, like, remember the aircraft state? Would have been straight. It did. That's something they're potentially implementing. If you notice as well, it's saving the tail numbers that you guys type in. There doesn't appear to be anyone else here, which is kind of worrying. Into the options we go. Data. They're on. Traffic. Turn them on for a second. There they are. Turn that off. We'll turn them back on again once we get down to Telluride. Okay, let's see what happens here, shall we? So, we left him in this position. We're going to get some controls set up. We're going to say clear prop. Good start on our engine. Don't press that button, Murph. That could have been a disaster. We need to do a lot of leaning here because of our altitude. The RPM up here as well. Gulf Island Aviator is here. I'm there, but I can't see anyone first time in multiplayer. Make sure you have all players selected, and we're on the North Europe server. Ailerons into the wind says, kick me straight off. That's never good. G Slayer says, I just crashed. Oh dear. No hot starts now. Yeah. But if you guys have been booted out, it's only a matter of time before it happens to me. Let's see what happens, shall we? So Telluride, we gotta go up high for this one, I do think. GPS mode on, flight director on, Squawk is doing squawk things. Now, what you say was 330 at 10 knots. 330 at 10 knots. Okay, let's see what happens. Please don't crash. Six knots is here. Where are you? Just finishing a flight for VA. Join you then. Cool, no problem. Boss and Patrick. No, we have Patrick's. Oh, it's real choppy. Very, very choppy. We're going this way. Scott says, I know KTX well, 13,000 feet. Okie dokie. We 14 set into the gadget, so let's see how we go. All the gadgets we have running, showing off our gadgets. It's cool. Yeah, there's gremlins about. Yeah, let's see what happens. Will be grand. Bob is here. Oh, there's issues. Turned off all our lights. That's always nice. We could change the server. Squawk thing. The squawk is doing squawk things. Well, that's what it does. So on your transponder, with your squawk code, which is basically your radar identifier, you put a specific code into your transponder. It'll transpond that on, I forget the frequency, but ATC basically pick it up. And other aircraft as well. If you have like TOS, or what's the other one? That's going to be annoying. Does this only happen on the European server? It's hard to know. It's kind of annoying. Modern Tornado 81 says goodbye. We'll see you on the next one, dude. Take care. Scott says they call it squawk from the military days when the transponder was called a parrot. Aha! When you wanted to have them stop squawking, you would tell them to strangle their parrot. It's very, very bumpy here on Twitchy. But let's see what happens. We'll start firing up the hello darkness, my old friend. So we're going to go with one not to flap for takeoff. Our lights are all set. We're on VFR mode. Get ourselves turned. Going to try the east server, he says. We're on the wrong end of the runway as well. How did that happen? Where did we say the wind was? 03 or 330? Whoops. Yeah, that's just going to break it. Let's go to a different server, shall we? East USA. And to fix things, come down here, you devil. Gently does it, Murph. Don't be that guy. Okay, that'll kind of do. Oh, he won't be happy. I just became that guy and I killed the engines. Oh dear. Light him up. Right, enough dilly-dallying. Let's hope this works. Come on, engines. There we go. It's the servers are really annoying, and you just kind of, well, you don't lose patience with it, like, but we'll see. Okay, abort that takeoff. Engine has died. It's possessed. Off the runway here, sharpish. As there's a beach trying to take off. My bad, dude. Oh, this is terrible. Let's just park here for a second, shall we? Because clearly this isn't working. One moment. Okay, that looks a lot better. So guys, jump over to the West Europe server. That should work. As we get ourselves off the grass here. We got some hot chocolate. Oh, that tastes good. We were doing so well. Why is the mixture resetting? Well, the hope is let's just get airborne any way we can and see what happens, guys. So it's like a scene out of the Langoliers. Just get out of here before like it eats us. So, one notch of flap. This is going to be interesting with the mixture. There goes a Mooney. We're going to try and use science here. Get airborne and get out of here. Airspeed is alive. There's 60. There's 75. We're getting light. Positive rate, gear coming up. Tap on the toe brakes. Bring our flaps back in. Gulf Island Aviator, if you press the escape key, click on your gamer tag, you should be able to change it from in there. You can select what server you want to be on. Okay, so I'm just going to pretty much circle around the runway here once we gain a bit of altitude. And see what happens. So we're on the West Europe server, if you guys want to jump in. It's not ideal, but sure, look it is what it is. Hello, fireflies. We're on the West Europe server, guys. West Europe. There's the mixture trying to cut from us. That's not dangerous at all. We got some more people taking off. Glass Novice here, he says, do you think the Airbus joystick come on, plane. That's like super annoying. The mix is a nightmare. It just is. We shall adapt and overcome, my friends. We will adapt and overcome. All we need to do is stay up here. Challenge accepted. We will not be beaten by the sim. We shall adapt and overcome. And if we don't, we'll shout and we'll write a letter explaining how angry we are. But it's grand. We'll figure this one out, guys. Guys? It looked like they were all missing. Ah, yes. A&P Gaming is here. Happy Saturday to you, my dude. Chevy 1963 is here. Say that again. Chevy 1963 is here. He says, say a prayer. Cross your fingers, cross your toes, your arms, your legs. Light a candle. And think happy thoughts. Jam says, this is very similar to the weird stuff that was happening to Squirrel on one of his streams. Yeah. If ever in doubt, resort to whatever is in Murphy's mug. Blocksboy 2 is now following. Many thanks, my dude. You're very welcome along to the channel. It's going to be a challenge getting over these mountains if the plane likes cutting out. Scott Briggs says, Murph, do you recall the old show The Goonies? Or The Goodies? The Goonies. The Goodies. No, I can't say that I did. The Goodies. I've heard the name alright. A&P Gaming says, I want to learn how to fly. Don't we all? We're doing okay. We're adapting and overcoming. And we have some peoples with us. Come on, plane. Behave yourself. We'll spin around for another circle. Give everybody enough time to get airborne. Murphy is an 80s baby. I think Goodies was late 70s. Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen it. Hall Rock is here. No, he's not. Hall Rock is here. Hello, Hall Rock. Deep breath, Murph. Heading to those mountains. Oh, yeah. Give it 2 nights and 2 days of hard fight. You will be relieved. Bad Dog says, what server, Murph? We're on the West Europe server. All sorts of mad stuff happening here. We're passing 12,000 feet. Well, apart from the flaws, it does look very good though, doesn't it? Ailerons into the wind, I'm on. Release the Kraken and Coke tonight, keep your distance. Peter Thomas is here, he says, just finished flying around Baltimore Amazing place to fly in flight sim, absolutely. Baltimore. You guys ever watch The Wire? Gabriel Dillon says, Murph, do you want me to bring out the child of Prague just in case? Yes, it needs to happen. I just wolfed down some hot chocolate, and I just burnt my tongue. Dare we trust the autopilot? Come on now. I wonder will that disengage the autopilot? Probably not. Let's see what happens. Most of his music has some foot tapping associated with it. Pilot Billy says 14,000 feet. That's what I'm going for. King Leffer says, to be honest, I think the autopilot is safer than two-tone. I absolutely agree. Hi, everybody! Johnny says some of the mountains are 14 plus. Well, keep an eye out. Mike G says, I find I cannot sleep after a hot chocolate. Tone Murphy. It's his cousin. The avant-garde composer. Jim Oates is here. Good evening, Jim. He says, good day, everyone. I hope Saturday is treating you all well. How are you, Jim? The gremlins are with us tonight. Our engines like to shut down because the mixture just says, ha-ha! And it's getting bumpy. But apart from that, will be sound. Paskoff is here. Good evening to you, my dude. ANP wants to do a bit of flight training. And by all means, dude, like there is a tutorial in the sim. Do be sure to check out some of the videos. I think Gripper Sim is doing some tutorial videos on how to fly on the reaction review. Q8 Pilot has a lot of stuff there, as does Squirrel. So Mountain, what do you reckon? Dodge the mountain, Murphy. Aaron says it's the same in the Baron. Yeah. Colonel says the Asobo Flights commercial It keeps, yeah, I think that's a bug. It's always looking for like a 2 megabyte download. Don't worry about it. Gustavo says, where are we heading to? We're going to head over to Telluride, which is Kilo Tango Echo X-Ray, KTEX. Philly says up to 15,000. Okay, Philly. We'll do what we're told. Bad Dog says, what mixture in high altitudes, full rich or pull back a bit in a 172? At this stage, I'd be pulling it back a bit. You can monitor that on the 172. You should have some sort of a dial over here. Basically, you want to be able to lean the mixture enough before the engine starts sounding rough. Gulf Island Aviator says, finally flying with you, with a little help from my 3-year-old grandson. Nice. Comet 21 says, I don't know what it is, but since the update, my graphics have gotten significantly worse. Any ideas? What graphics card do you have? Are your drivers up to date? Jimmo says, I hit the like button without anyone telling me today. Go me! Michael B says, don't pause the flight in a 172 with autopilot on. When you remove pause, it fails. Ooh. TDN Taz is now following. Many thanks, my dude. You're very welcome aboard. Yeah, like we are aware of all these kind of glitches and problems and stuff. But we'll work through them, because that's what we do. We'll try not to get too excited. It could be worse, you know. King Leopard says, is this our last flight for the night? For the moment, yes. We're about 30 minutes out from Telluride. We'll check out some of the landings. Look at the scenery though, it's absolutely beautiful up here. Shall we go for some different sorts of tunage? The Berko Flyer says, just got up to 14,000 with the gear down. I wonder why I wasn't getting airspeed. Alison Johnson says, how often do you change the fuel tank source, Murph? Hey Alison, how's it going? So basically, my rule of thumb is every 5 gallons from each tank. So we're currently on the right tank. So once this gets down to about 15, that'll show an imbalance of 5, and then we'll swap it back over to the left. Then when we get down to 15 on this, we'll jump back to that, and so on and so forth. Alison says, I'm interested in getting the Mooney. I strongly recommend it. I think it's fantastic. Comet 21 says, what's the server? We're on the Western Europe. Warhamster says, Murph, where's the button to turn on the GPS and radios? So you have a master radio switch, which is basically your avionics. Make sure that one is turned on. Hey guys. Warhamster says, tried that, didn't work. Warhamster, I imagine it's the server acting up, my dude. Because if I turn these off, these shut down. If I turn it on, they're on. So I imagine it's just the server issues tonight. Alison says, I'm a Cessna girl, as that's what I learned to fly in, but I'm experimenting. FF Mad is now following. Many thanks, my dude. Happy Saturday to you. So Alison, yeah, like, I mean, I've flown in a Cessna. The high-wing aircraft are great for, obviously, you know, looking down. The low-wing aircraft at their own level of sophistication. And in particular, you have a retractable gear. And unlike the Cessna, you got to monitor your different fuel tanks. Plus, you have a prop control. Depending if you like the steam gauge or the G1000s, I'm a big fan of the steam gauges, but I'm used to. But flight simulation is all about experiencing different aircraft, different sceneries, different weathers. Great fun. Jeffrey Bennett says, Murph, I couldn't make it over the Rockies in a 172. I know, it was my fault. Don't think I built up enough airspeed prior to them. Oh dear. That's okay, Jeffrey. You'll know for the next time, my dude. Keane says, did you see the salt flat in Bolivia yet? I have. And it's awesome. Alison says, love the steam gauges. Yeah. They're amazing. Sicky Rice says, did I just hear a can open? Yes, you did. So my left hand is trying to control the mixture because it keeps shutting off. My right hand is usually either on the joystick or in this case I had to open up a beverage. But you'll find it's okay. It's a can of cola. 2 out of 3 whiskey. Pilot Petey says, I think we should consider a via war to via war. I agree. Some really nice flying going on here, guys. It looks absolutely amazing. Scott says, another beverage. Well, we started off with the whiskey, then we got hot chocolate in there, then it got warm. So I said, best way to cool down. Currently at flight level 150. Peter Thomas says, what airport are we flying to? We're heading over to KTEX, Telluride. Stunning views there, I know, right? They're absolutely amazing. Colonel Fork 85 is in the house. Welcome aboard, my dude. He said, how's the flight going? I hear the gremlins are afoot. It's like somebody got the gremlins all wet and they're gone berserk. So I think the issue with the gremlins, it's turning off your mixture. It's resetting it to like 0. Cuts the engine out. Dangerous Brian says, I'm getting seasick up here. Pilot Petey asked, did I reinstall? Not yet, dude. I'm thinking of it. I might do it tonight. So a TBM, a pair of Barons, and a Beach King Air behind us, amongst others. I think there's even a caravan floating around there somewhere with another Mooney. Alison says, I'll grab the Mooney in the morning and christen my new honeycomb yoke with a flight or few. You lucky duck. The honeycomb, I hear it's absolutely fantastic. I use the Thrustmaster HOTAS system, and I'm very happy with it. I also have the Thrustmaster pendular pedals, which are fantastic. Colonel Fork says, I've had this happen with the mixture and with the prop. Yeah, it's annoying. ETA is about 15 minutes. Pilot Peely says, I'm pretty sure I remembered some of the settings. Maybe not the views. Okay. Yeah, I might give it a shot tonight. You see, if I look at my Microsoft Store account, I have what's called the pre-release version. And that's what this is. So, yeah. Gustavo wants to know what runway we're landing on. If someone wants to pull up a METAR for KTEX. Texas One Flyby says, I was very lucky. I bought the honeycomb yoke months before FS 2020 was announced. Nice. Gulf Island Aviator says, signed up for VR beta testing. Cool, Gulf Island. We'll see you over there, my dude. Gabriel Dillon says, Murph, that HOTAS setup is almost €1,000. With everything combined, yeah, it's kind of up there. Did I mention my beautiful present lady wife, Mrs. Two-Tone, how awesome she is? I think I told her it was like €200 or something. Guess I'll be talking in a Scottish accent tonight anyway, trying to explain myself. When she says, I thought you said all that stuff was like €200. Yes, it was. I had to add some stuff to it to make it work better. You see, €1,000 is for one man. I don't know what I'm going to say, but it's going to be along the lines of that. I shall deploy the Scottish accent. Alison says, I ordered mine last week and it arrived much earlier than I was expecting. Nice. That's okay, Gabriel. Oops, sorry, I dropped you in it. That's okay. There's no coming back now. Dan Fjord says you've been making a lot of hot chocolate to get out of that hot water. Like what Dazza said the last time. The graphics card was 8,000 and she saw that and she's like, you're not getting it. It's 8,000. I was like, no, it's not. Like, don't. It's not. It's like maybe 800. It's not 8,000. No, you're not getting it. It's 8,000. Forget it. Give me a kitchen before you get that. And I was like, He's just going to add it onto the kitchen, yeah. So our kitchen is going to have like a conservatory and an ensuite. And at this stage, probably a welcoming room. Papa Joe B is in the house. Hi Murph, sorry you just got in. Sorry I missed the flight. We'll just watch for today. Be back flying to Cirrus on Monday. Cool. 8,000 pesos, yeah. 6 Knots has pre-ordered the Honeycomb Bravo. Cool. Nvidia Crusader says, gotta go everyone, unexpectedly, have a great night. You too, Nvidia Crusader. Many thanks for jumping in. Moose Knuckle Life says, KTEX only authorizes landings on runway 9 and departures on runway 27 due to the terrain. Runway 9 it is. Gabriel says, you need the Argyle and Southern Highlands to get out. Yep. Kane says, how many excuses for stuff does Mrs. Murphy have to go through from you in a week? Lots. Alison says, yes, I have the Bravo on order too. Cool. Colonel Fork says, Mrs. Murphy is going to fly us all out to help build the new kitchen. Yes. It'll be the Two-Tone Murphy channel meetup. Everyone has to bring like a screwdriver, a plank of wood, and a screw. and someone bring a saw. Scott says on the second week delivery, Alison, which one are you on? He's Irish, do the math. Yeah. 27,000 excuses per week. Comet 21 says, what server? We're on the West European server. Hey guys. As the engine kind of said, no, we're done. King Laffer says, I'll supply the food and the portable toilet. Nice. Scott says, so many stereotypes from Hollywood. It's grand. To be fair, as an Irishman, I am kind of living up to some of my stereotypes. Anyone for a beer? Gustavo says, let's thank Murphy's top-notch Scottish accent for his ability to stream for us. Colonel Fork says, sorry I missed most of the stream and the flying. I was out on the range with my buddy. How did the shooting go, Colonel? Brazenhead will probably verify this, but I imagine you have a pretty good shot. I never knew you took a drink until I saw you sober. I'm not as thin as you drunk I am. Colonel Fork says, went well, we got him sighted in. I do okay. Nice, dude, nice. The way it is in Ireland, so it's mainly kind of 2-2 we have here, which is probably a glorified BB gun for you guys. There are larger bore ammunition you can get, but they're very hard to get licenses for. But I have been known to frequent a range. G Slayer says shooting my AR this morning as well. Nice. Sticky Ray says, all clear, she went to the shop. I do enjoy, well, I used to enjoy shooting the Steyr AUG, the AUGA-1. It's a standard issue with the Irish Defence Forces, and it's a bullpup design, so the magazine is behind the trigger and trigger guard. The sights are built into it. It's a really cool looking rifle. We were shooting 308s. Cool. Mole Junction. I've been known to frequent a range, frying chips and flipping burgers. Jeffrey Bennett says, looking good, Murph. Going back to American college football. You enjoy that, Jeffrey? We'll catch you on the next one, my dude. So we're about 5 minutes out. This is some great formation flying here tonight, guys. $17 nautical miles. We're 20-20 on our fuel. We'll keep burning on the right tank. Ailerons into the wind says, I'll show you some rifles. I do believe you have lots and lots. So guys, I hope you're enjoying the flight here tonight. Our normal service is every Monday, Wednesday and Friday, both here on YouTube and on Twitch. Shameless plug time. So if you guys are new here and you like the content, don't forget you can like, subscribe or follow, and we also have a Discord open. It's gone into the chat there now if you guys want to check that out. We've everything in our Discord, from new aircraft, new repaints, just reviews. Many thanks, Alison, for the donation through the super chat. I really appreciate that, Alison. Thank you so very, very much. But yeah, be sure to check out our Discord. We have a flying school. We've just opened the Bremen Bar tonight, for which you have the officers' mess, the NCO's mess, and the Propeller Club. So the Propeller Club is open to all. The NCO's mess is open to some of the members, and the officers' mess is open to, well, some of the higher members. But you're all very, very welcome to ramble in. The Colonel Fork and Ailerons into the Wind Flight School is up and running with a lot of very helpful stuff. Scott Voigt has put some stuff in there as well, as has Jim Oates, Phil Breen, and most of the other guys. We also do a number of group flights on there as well, so be sure to check it all out. I was chatting with the lovely guys over on simulatadaviation.com today. Had a great chat with them. They're doing some amazing things. Do be sure to check out their website.
That's a big 10-4, good buddy.
Brazen Head has just subscribed. Many thanks, my dude. Really appreciate the support. You're very welcome along. But yeah. Scott Voigt is known as the old veteran on Discord, so be sure to follow some of Scott's stuff. I absolutely adored that picture of the Beechcraft you put up, Scott. Beautiful. But as I said, the guys over at Simulated Aviation, they cover every kind of flight sim: DCS, X-Plane 11, P3D, and now of course Microsoft Flight Sim. And these guys do a lot of the virtual air shows. It's actually kind of fascinating to watch. So be sure to check out their stuff. They have reviews there as well. I watched one of the reviews on the L19 Bird Dog, a very interesting aircraft. I think it's owned by, is it Black Box Simulations? It was an old one, just like me, says Scott. Pilot Peely says, watch out, bumps ahead. Oh dear. Colonel Fork says, Brazen Head said he's happy to be here. He's driving and can't type right now. Colonel Fork, that's like, you know, the ultimate of multitasking. You guys are in transit and still maintaining the stream. That's absolutely amazing. Hats off to you. Come on, engine, behave yourself. So we are 2 minutes away from our destination. It is bumpy. We're all just bumping around the place. Yes, this is going to get interesting. Well, there we have it. Scott says ATC for over 30 years. Dude. Well, that's a wealth of knowledge. Hopefully we can tap into sometime, Scott. Whenever you're available, of course. Myself included, and all the other members would be hugely appreciative if we can get any tips or advice. Gabriel Lynn says, Brazen Head, the oldest pub in Dublin. Is it? I think it is. Gustavo in with the Metar. So we have wind 350 at 4 knots. Visibility is greater than 10 statute miles. Weather conditions clear. Temperature is 18. Dew point is -8. Altimeter is 3037. And there's our runway. So we know the rules here, guys. I'm going to try and get down ahead of you. And then we'll set up the cameras to see what we can do. So runway 9 should be there. And the textures want to kind of load in a bit. So Murph, off of the autopilot. We can start our descent here. Gabriel Lynn says, yeah, trust me, I'm a tour guide, and you don't hear that every day. You absolutely don't, Gabriel. The Brazen Head. There used to be another place up the road. I think like the Turk's Head is up there. And I forget the other pub. It used to be yellow and blue. Dive, dive, auga! That's brilliant. Brazenhead says he picked up the name by a song by Clutch. Not the pub, but he gets that a lot. I say you do. Cool name, my dude. Scott says things change from year to year as for procedures as well as some phraseology, not to mention regional differences. May force me to get a new ATC manual. Well, the basics are still there. Whatever about the phraseology and the exact procedures, yes, but any advice, and I suppose the major challenge with new people in flight simulation is actually getting over the initial, you know, holy moly, I need to talk right now, which can be difficult. You know, people can be a little bit anxious, and I get that. So having someone who's been through it, who understands it, is sure be helpful. Our basics are all the same. Don't trade paint. Uh-huh. Now, Murph, this is the first time you're actually going to land here in the sim. So no pressure. It's not as if anyone can see you. Face cam on for the dramatic effect. I could probably turn this on as well. There we go. Okay, so you guys can see what I can see. Dee. This is going to be sporty. Gaz Rob says I'm miles behind. Don't worry, we'll be a few minutes. Phil Breen is here. Hey Murphy guys, just home after my first night in the pub this year. Let's just say flying would be a bad idea. Well, Phil, I'm delighted you managed to get out for a pint, my dude. That's just a warning horn going off because I haven't lowered the landing gear yet. There she blows. What's the airport elevation? I think it's 14,000, is it? Or 13? Ed is also a former ATCer. Nice. Ed Reed, a fellow moderator here on the channel. Not the right time to be having an engine cut out. Come on, Murph. I did it twice there. Murph, your look into the camera says more than your voice ever could. Yeah. See what I did there? Elevation is like 9.5. You're probably spot on with that. But what's the speed here, Murph? And your height. We have trees here beside us. There's our flaps coming out. This looks awesome. You actually get a bit of an updraft just before the runway here. That's friggin' awesome. Steady now, steady. Okay, hold the nose here a little bit, bleed off some of that speed. A little bit more, and contact now. Deploy our brakes. There's 60 knots. Keep it on the center line, Murph. Little bit jittery. We're finished with the flaps and bring the brakes back in as well. We'll park it up here on the left hand side and then we'll turn on all the labels and catch you guys coming in for the landing. How does that sound? So we're finished with that. We'll park it on the grass here. That should just about do us. Parking brake coming on. They're already off because they have a mind of their own. Avionics off. The mixture. Okay, so a couple of things we need to do. We need to jump over here, go into settings. Traffic on. And we need to go to this guy. Need to go this way. And over here. Sure, we can speed this one up. Bear with me now, guys. Runway is nearly open. Do. And the runway is open. What's going to happen here? Here, also known as Sean, inbound. We have 6 knots. Jack Sorrells is here. CDN Taz. Jepson is here. Billy 5 alive. And the Flyboy. Philippine says, is this the last stop? It is for the stream. Might do something maybe later on Discord if you're around, Phil. There's Chippy. We have Jack Sorrells inbound. Remember, guys, keep your distance. This is looking super fast. He's alright, he made it, he's down. 6 knots coming in just behind. Nicely done, my dude, nicely done. Here comes Jepson, 2001. There's always one. Welcome to Telluride, guys. Nice landings. Spaceman 11 is here. Doing the wing wave landing. There goes Blazing and the Flyboy inbound. That's looking tidy. Nicely done, dude. Half the fun is watching and drinking. I know, right? Here's Gustavo. We've Merlin Flyer coming in behind him. Bit of a bounce, but that's okay. Merlin Flyer fighting the wind as Chippy Arnold appears on the horizon. There we go, nicely done, dude. Here's Chippy in the DA62. Ryan Tanner is here. Happy Saturday to you, my dude. Chippy, at this stage, I'd nearly say go around. Go around! Here's Johnny and the Berko Flyer just behind him. Nicely done, fellas. Look at that Mooney coming in. Oh, that'd be nice. That'd be very nice. Welcome to Telluride. There's Philly. Nicely done in the DA. Bottom is down. Dangerous Brian and Glum Tapestry. Dangerous Brian hit the ground. Can he hold it? Can he hold it? comes Taz in the caravan. Oh, this is looking pretty. This is looking very pretty. Keep it on the runway. Just about. Drop a Vino in a barn. Nicely done, dude. Nicely done. Here's Sharub. In the G36. Go around, my dude. Go around. Scott Brick says Tom Cruise will be here in a bit to greet y'all. Here's War Hamster and his brand new shiny Mooney. There you go, you got this. Speed brakes deployed. Keep it on the center line. Nicely done, my dude. Nicely done. Jet Tech inbound. With another Mooney. Oh. Medic! Medic! Pilot Peely is inbound. As we have a wounded Jet Tech sitting on the runway. Herbie Hare and Pilot Peely with a hop, skip and a jump, but it's okay, he's down. Nicely done, Herbie. Pilot Peely manages to get on the ground. I think someone just went off the cliff. Here's Rally Gaz and USA Pure 1 inbound. The center line is for professionals only. Nicely done, Rally Gaz. You got that stopped quick. Gabriola. The approach looks good. The speed is fast. With a hop, skip and a jump. Here comes ACTS in the Cessna 172. A very graceful landing indeed. Hold short, guys. Murphy's Marauders arriving on 9 for the next hour. The Flying Circus. Gaz Rob says, forgot the landing gear. Yeah, that'll do it. MBI says, this server is so professional. That's what it's all about. Magic Triple Eight to become a member. Many thanks, my dude. Lunar Orbit inbound. Dan 1 is here. I do like the sight of a King Air. It's blatant abandonmentism of aircraft. OG Snens. The ramp at the end of the runway nearly had you. Kai Garma is down. Nicely done. Major Montgomery. It's all for good fun. And don't forget, like, when we started, the landings were like so bad. Bad Dog says, get the chainsaws. I see logs. The logs. Ailerons into the wind, inbound. Here's looking at you, kid. Nicely done, my friend. Dougal McTavish is in the house. Good evening to you. He says, hey fellas, sorry I missed this. I was on another event. That's okay, Dougal. How did the XP72 stream go for you? MBI says, this is absolute chaos. You've seen nothing yet. Uh-oh, uh-oh, uh-oh. I do believe this is an airport we'll have to spend time practicing on. Look at the carnage. I'm sure there's people saying, this used to be such a nice airport to fly in. Before all the crazy people started showing up. Anyway. My thanks, as always, for this evening. We jumped on for a quick stream on a Saturday night. Looks pretty awesome up here. That indeed was fun. Thank you all for joining me tonight for the stream. Some really great formation flying again, guys, en route to here. Some of the landings are spot on. Some of them are, well, you know. So long as everybody had fun, that's the mission. We're not into the super duper realism. Not yet. There will be a time and a place for that sort of stream. Shane Neary says, Murph, that's me. Cool. So yeah. What do you do? Don't forget, guys, if you do like this kind of stuff, we live stream every Monday, Wednesday and Friday, with the odd time we do one on the weekend on a Saturday night, which is usually something completely different, yet remaining very, very same. But I have a link gone into Discord. Be sure to jump over there. We have all the bits and bobs, everything to do with flight simulation, news, reviews, our own school. We have the newly opened The Bremen Bar, a place just to kind of hang around and chill out. MBI, thanks for joining us here tonight, my dude. I'm sure it looked like carnage, but be sure to jump on the Discord as Jepson 2001 lands. We can see him in the distance. Anyway, that's it for this evening. I'll see you guys over on Discord. Be sure to hit me up there. And until the next one, which will be Monday, look after yourselves. Thanks for joining me, guys, and good night.